Hi and welcome to my Google Summer of Code midterm presentation. My name is Lucas and I'm working on the Operation Theater module for OpenMRS. My primary mentor is Harsher and my backup mentor is Mohammed. The goal of this project is to efficiently manage activities in the operating theater, which is the most critical hospital unit. As a result, having a module integrated with OpenMRS will gain major benefits for hospitals. The focus of this module lies on scheduling surgeries. Now I'm going to show you the functionality that has already been implemented. In order to create a surgery, we have to define information about procedures in advance. Therefore, we open the Manage Procedures page. Here you can see a table with all the procedures in the system. It is possible to add or delete procedures. Let's try this out. Firstly, I want to delete the second entry, which is no longer needed. In the next step, I want to adjust the inpatient stay attribute of the appendectomy to 4 days. This attribute describes how long you have to stay in the hospital after you had this kind of surgery. Change it to 4. Now I want to create a new entry. As you can see, there is a client-side validation which gives immediate feedback. So let's enter a name, cataract surgery, and an intervention duration. Let's try a character, and it tells us that we should enter only digits. Let's do that. Let's say the surgery takes 1 hour and 30 minutes to prepare the operating theater. And the patient has to stay 4 days in the hospital after the surgery. In the next step, I want to show you how to view surgeries for a given patient. So let's go back to the home page and search for patient record. I will select Patricia Carter. And here we have a new action, which is called Open Surgeries. So this page shows a table with all the created surgeries for Patricia Carter in this example. So let's create a new surgery for her. So this page is a very early draft. So the only thing you can do here is define a procedure, but this will evolve over time. So here you can see the autocomplete functionality, which is very nice if you have a lot of surgeries defined. Let's select the cataract surgery and save that. Okay. Lastly, I want to show you the calendar view of the scheduling. Therefore, I've created 3 operating theaters. Let's have a look at that. They are created as locations. You can see them here, named OT1 to OT3. They are appropriately tagged to separate them from other locations. So I introduced a new tag called Operation Theater. And I also introduced 2 new location attributes, which store the default available times for the operating theater. So let's go back to the home page and select OT scheduling. Here we see a daily view of the scheduling of the scheduled surgeries. Each column represents one operating theater. And during the grayed out period, which you can see here, no surgeries will be scheduled. And these times are stored in the 2 locations attributes I showed you before. But of course they can be adjusted on a daily basis. Just click into the gray area and the following dialog pops up. And here you can define, let's say they start at 7 AM on Sunday. Let's save that. And it got already updated. You can also mark an operation theater as not available for the entire day. For example, if there is maintenance work and no surgeries should be scheduled for that day. So here you can see a surgery. I've added it manually because the automatic scheduler is not yet finished. So if you click on this entry here, on this appointment, then you're forwarded to the surgery page you have already seen. My next step is to implement the automatic scheduler using the OptiPlanner library. Afterwards, I want to extend the domain model to consider more details. One example is to document the physician that will perform the surgery. This means that also the scheduling rules have to be extended in a way that they prevent concurrent procedures with the same surgeon. What is Drules in the OptiPlanner? Let's start with Drules. Drules is a business rule management system written in Java. It supports the GSR 94 standard for the construction, maintenance and enforcement of business policies in an organization, application or service. OptiPlanner is the new name for Drules Planner, which was integrated into the Drules suite and has now become a separate project. It is a lightweight, embeddable planning engine written in Java, used to optimize business resource usage. In order to clarify that, I will show you an example of a problem that ships with OptiPlanner. It optimizes the course timetable. The goal of this example is to come up with a timetable that assigns courses to a room and a time slot. This will be a good starting point for our scheduling problem. Let's start the solver. The score, which you can see here, describes how optimal a solution is. The higher, the better. As you could see, we improved from minus 500 to minus 42 right now. So let's stop the solving process. Finally, I will show you 2 examples of the business rules I mentioned earlier. They are divided into hard and soft rules. Hard rules must be satisfied. In this example, logically, it is not allowed to have 2 lectures in the same room at the same time. Soft rules, on the other hand, describe constraints that would be nice to have, but the solution is still accepted if one or more of those are violated. If a rule is violated, it reduces the score. In this example, it would be nice if all the lectures of a course take place in the same room. To sum it up, the goal of this module is to efficiently manage operation theater activities. The basic data model and the user interface are already finished. And the next steps include developing an automatic scheduler and extending the domain model. Here you can find further information. Last but not least, I want to thank Google for creating this awesome program, as well as my mentors and the entire OpenMRS community for their support, feedback, and their encouragement. I'm really glad to be part of it.